Sanaa Lathan's been in movies and TV for 2 decades, and this year she scored an Emmy nomination for her role in the hottest drama on TV right now. Of course, we're talking about Succession.
Now she's having a really cool moment. She's making her directorial debut with the new film On the Come Up. It's about a 16-year-old aspiring rapper who sees hip-hop as her only way out of poverty. And Sanaa plays her mother. Let's take a peek.
When you were little, you used to turn everything into a microphone. You know that? If I couldn't find my hairbrush, I knew you were babbling into it somewhere. Your daddy would say, "Our little miracle gonna be a superstar."
Everybody just wants me to be like Dad.
You don't have to be. You just be you. That's all the special you need.
Ooh, can we just say that?
Wait, I love the moans. Ooh, ooh, you sound like my mom. Thank you. I love it. I love it. That's the best kind of audience member.
But that advice right there, you just be you, is
You
like the
just
best.
be you.
Is that kind of? I mean, you're sitting here and you're having a moment in your career. Have you just found that part of you finally?
I feel like finally I'm starting to find it. But yeah, isn't that the message of life, is just to be who you are authentically?
Yeah.
Especially now for young people with, social media and the internet and just all of the influences that tell you to be something that you're not.
Well, sometimes some people say when you hit your 50s, you know who. I think Maya Angelou even said, when you hit your 50s, that's when you start to know who you are.
Exactly.
You just had a
Why
birthday.
does it take so long?
I know. But are you getting that sense at this moment?
Yes, I am. I can't believe, I can't believe it. You still feel young, right? But there is a sort of peace and a sort of like groundedness that happens. And yeah, it feels good.
Who told you to be yourself? Like, who made you feel like you were enough just as you were?
You know, I have really spiritual artist parents who were hippies back in the day, and they kind of, instilled in me the belief that you need to always work on yourself and grow. And so I've done a lot of therapy over the years. I mean, to even be in this business for this long, I had to work on myself because there's just too much noise. It can be very abusive at times, and you have to have that grounded, kind of backbone.
Yeah. Well, there's a saying that says, you're the sum total of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yes.
So choose wisely.
Yes.
You have an awesome core group.
I do.
Of women, friends in Hollywood, too, and you all sort of have come up together. Talk about that group. Who's in it?
Oh, gosh. Chloe Flower, who she's not in Hollywood, but she kind of is. She's a amazing classical pianist.
Wow.
Regina Hall, you guys know Regina. Gabrielle Union, Nia Long, Melissa DeSosa. I actually am so blessed. I coming up, there were really 5 of us. You could count on one hand the Black actresses working, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that also speaks to the roles that were available, right?
There were no roles available, and you were people thought that we would be, against each other, but we were actually really held each other up because it was so difficult, and there were days you just don't feel like going on, and you have another person who actually understands what you're going through. Yeah.
Did you watch Cheryl Lee Ralph's acceptance speech?
Oh my God.
Girl,
did you love it?
I loved it. Chills.
Chills all over.
I loved it.
I think all of us felt that.
And the fact that we got to be witness to that, Okay, we have to talk about this film. First of all, your dad was a director.
Yes, he is a director.
He is a director. So was this something that you kind of shied away from?
Yes.
And now you're like, you know what? I'm going to do what I'm meant to do.
As a little girl, I always said I want to be a director like my dad when I grow up. And then as, life went on, the acting bug, bit me. And I went into, this career. And it took, like I said, all of my energy. And it's just now, it was actually the pandemic that I started to really think. That was one of the silver linings for me is, sitting in your house and you're like, what I really want to do going forward. And so coming out of the pandemic, I had done a short. I directed a short in my house with my dog. Yes. And coming out of the pandemic, they started pitching me, and this came, and I was just so in love with the story and the message.
Well, finding a perfect young actress that you get to direct, Jamila Gray is her name.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about her.
So we cast this, remotely. Everything was virtual, so I had to go through 200 audition tapes, and you're sitting there, and sometimes people are great, but they're just not the right look, or they're not right. And when I landed on her, I couldn't take my eyes off her. She has a vulnerability, a strength. She's really special, and I just feel really lucky to have found her. Yeah. I can't wait for the world to see her in this role.
We can't wait.
And the world, Toronto's seen it, What was that like?
Oh, my gosh.
Did you love it?
It was amazing. Toronto Film Festival is amazing, and we showed in a 2,000-seat theater with a huge screen. And such a warm audience. My whole family came. So it was really a life moment for me.
Well, is your dad proud?
Oh, gosh. He's like, he can't get over it. He's so excited.
Well, we want everyone to see On the Come Up. It premieres this Friday on Paramount Plus and also in select theaters nationwide.
Go
Sanaa, thank you so much. Thank you for coming to see us.
Such a pleasure.